Hello and welcome back to my channel. I took all of last week off from filming and I am back with lots of stuff to share. Today's video is all about screen time in our home and our homeschool, how that has changed. If you have been following me on Instagram, you know that we have changed things up recently, and I wanted to share a little update on how that's going and what that's gonna look like in the future. Grab some coffee or some water and let's talk. If you are new around here, my name is Nikki and I am a fourth year homeschool mom to 5 little boys. So like I said, I recently have been sharing some things that have been changing in our home as far as screen time goes over on my Instagram. I'm gonna put my Instagram handle right here and I have it linked below too. If you're following me over there, you know that we have recently made some changes, and today I wanted to talk about what we have done in the past, how I have handled it in the past, and what we have changed recently and what it's gonna look like going forward. So first things first, we have never been a screen-free home. We have always had screens of some sort, whether that's TV, an iPad, tablet. We don't do video games, but that's pretty much the only thing, and no computers. They just are not old enough really for that stuff yet. So I haven't really gotten to the point where I've had to say no to that. We just haven't reached that age yet. But we have had TV time and monitored iPad usage in the past. So a couple years ago, I started implementing Monday through Friday, basically our school week. They could not have any screen time until like late afternoon or evening. And I immediately noticed a difference because it wasn't like this huge fight in the morning to get them to like transition into doing breakfast or school time or anything like that. So that helped a lot. But ever since then, basically in the evenings and the weekend, it's been free reign a little bit. So in the evenings, especially during the week, I would use the TV as a way to let them have some downtime, and it allowed me to be able to catch up on housework, do dinner, and just kind of make things a little bit easier on myself and like getting them to sit down to do something so that I could get something done. Because if you have followed me long enough, you know that my husband works evenings, so it is all on me in the evening to do the, you know, dinner, bedtime, wrangle. It's all me. So I have definitely allowed them to watch TV in order to get these things done. So that is what it has looked like in our home the last couple of years. And on the weekend, they would watch TV, you know, as we come and go. It would just kind of be on. Now, I want to note that me sharing all of this is hard. I'm being very vulnerable because in opening myself up for criticism, because I definitely feel like now that I probably allowed them to watch too much TV. And that's hard for me to admit, but I do want to give myself a little grace. And I know that I'm not a bad parent because I have let my kids watch TV. And if you are watching this and you let your kids watch TV, you are not a bad parent. Just want to get that out there. Everything that I'm going to share with you is my own personal journey, our family's experience, and what works in our home and for my kids. If you let your kids watch TV or play on an iPad, you're not a bad parent. So I just want to make that clear because I have done that as well. So, and the last couple of years, I have had pregnancies and newborns and homeschooling, and the screens have definitely helped me get through some hard times. There were several months last year when I was having a really hard and traumatic pregnancy, and my kids watched a lot of TV, a lot, because I could barely peel myself away from the toilet from vomiting so much. So I just really want to drive home that I think that TV has a purpose, and if you let your kids watch TV, that's great. It's totally fine. So I'm gonna move on. So that is what screen time has looked like in our house for the last couple years. Monday through Friday, they basically have known no TV until late afternoon, evening, after school and chores have been done. And then, a few times a week, they would play on the iPad for a little while. They would watch TV in the evening before bed. I didn't really have a whole lot of like, oh, it's been this long, we gotta turn it off. I haven't really done that. So recently, I came across someone on Instagram, and her name is Jerica, and I'm gonna put her Instagram handle right here. And I came across her and I started looking at her content, and I'm not sure what resonated with me specifically, but something did, and I instantly wanted to throw our TV into the trash and never turn it on again. But I also know that I like watching TV. I don't think there's anything wrong with watching TV, and I think that there can be a balance. And it was then that I realized that maybe we need to scale things back here a little bit. So I decided then and there that we were gonna be all done, and that my kids were gonna have to do a screen detox, and we were gonna cold turkey cut it out. I didn't forewarn them. We just turned the TV off one day and have not turned it back on, with one exception, which I will talk about. So we are 2 weeks in, and we are basically screen free in our home right now. No TV, no iPads. This is a big deal. Like, this is a really big deal. So I am honestly surprised that it has been this long, that we have made it this long without TV. Now, last weekend we had, on Saturday, we did a movie night, and we did a family movie night. The TV stayed off all day, and then we kind of built up to this like super fun movie night, and we streamed a new movie on Disney Plus, and we did popcorn and candy and like all this fun stuff, and we watched the movie together, and then we turned the TV off, and it hasn't been on since. So what has that looked like? Well, it's been a process. So as a reminder, my kids are 7, 6, 4, 2, and a 6-month-old. And they are very much used to watching TV. So I would be remiss to not note that they have definitely asked to watch TV. And I would say it's varied. So my older 2 boys, it took like a couple days, and they're like, hey, why can't we watch TV? Can we watch TV now? Why can we watch a show? And I have just simply said, nope, not right now, not right now. And it's only been now this week where my oldest has like, he's figured it out. Caden, he is my oldest, he is about to turn 8. He's like, why aren't you letting us watch TV? Whoa, what are we doing here? Like, what's going on? Why are we not allowed to watch TV? And I have mostly just said, you know what, we're just not gonna watch TV right now. And that's kind of been my answer, because I haven't really known, I haven't known what the boundary is going to be, what the rule is going to be going forward. I'm still trying to figure it out. He has figured out that I am like purposely not letting them watch TV. Last week we were really busy, like I said at the beginning of this video, like we had lots of things going on. We were doing lots of things with friends and swimming and barbecues, and we stayed busy all week, so it was easier to not have the TV on. This week has been, it's been challenging just to kind of rebuttal those questions, like, why can't we watch TV? Now, it has been basically 2 weeks since they have watched, with the exception of the one movie. And I want to share the things that I have seen from this like screen detox, the differences, the changes. So my oldest two, Caden and Cameron, they are 6 and 7. And they have been much more willing to find things to do on their own. They have been even more creative, even more, you know, imaginary play. And I say all of this as with a, I should preface this, that my kids, they are very creative. They do a lot of imaginary play. And I really credit that to us being homeschoolers, because they're home a lot and they have a lot of free time, and they get the opportunity to play. So I feel like they do that a lot anyway, but the last couple of weeks I have seen it explode even more, and it's been really, really cool to see. Caden has been reading a lot more. He's been picking up books more on his own that he wants to read, and I love that. So that's those two. I have seen those changes in them. My toddler, who is 2, Cole, he has had a lot less like meltdowns, less tantrums. Now, he is still 2. He is still a toddler, so he still has tantrums and meltdowns, but there have been fewer of them. The most notable difference that I have seen from this screen detox has been our middle son, Carter, who is 4. He is the one who went to preschool earlier this year. He is the one who he's definitely challenged us the most, and that we have struggled with as far as like behavior issues the most. And he has had the biggest notable changes from eliminating screens. His temperament has changed. It is milder. His defiance has lessened. His meltdowns have lessened. I am astounded, like truly just shocked. I had no idea that him watching TV had that much of an impact on him and his behavior and his mental health. You know, one of the questions that I was asked is like, was his behavior, like, was he mimicking things that he was watching on TV? No, the answer is no, because I mean, he was watching like Blippi or Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, PJ Masks, like kid cartoons. Like, he's not watching anything that that's not age appropriate for him. But I will direct you to go look at Jerica. I will link her or put her Instagram handle here again. Go check out the information that she shares about children and screen time, and how it really does some like funky things with their brains and the addiction that comes with screen time. I would have never thought that I would ever say that my kids had an addiction to screens, but they definitely did. And you know, in children, that addiction, it shows up in a different way, and it shows up in their mood and in their behavior and their mannerisms. And all I can say is that it was the best thing that we ever did, was to turn off the TVs, to turn off the iPads. So what is that gonna look like for us going forward? What are we gonna do? I'm not 100% sure. Right now, we are just kind of going day by day. And I think it's a little bit easier for us right now because it's summertime and it's easy for them to go outside, and there's lots of things for us to do. It'll be a little bit more challenging in the winter, of course, but I think that we can do it. So right now we're sticking with the no screens Monday through Friday, basically. And right now we're gonna try to do like a weekend movie night. I never wanted to be and never thought I would ever be a screen-free household. Like, it is not something that I was ever interested in doing. Never, ever thought that I would be doing this. But here we are, and I have become very passionate about it, and I'm very proud of us and of my kids, that they are adjusting well, and myself, that I have stopped leaning on that to help me. I will say another big thing that I've noticed is, I think that like the screen time for them in the evening was actually where I thought I needed it in order to like get dinner and, you know, pajamas on and bedtime done, all those things. I thought I needed it then to get those things done. And now I realize that I think it was actually causing more chaos. It was causing more fights and more struggles. And I mean, wow, it's been really interesting to see how it is all played out. So for next year, you know, I mentioned in my curriculum video that they are going to be taking out school classes. So as of right now, like, we have every intention of continuing to do that. Like, I think that that is appropriate screen time and it is monitored, and we're going to stick with that. Typically in the summers, I have let them play a lot of like reading eggs on the iPad, and I've struggled with like whether to allow them to continue to do that or not. Right now, we're just not. That may change, I don't know. But for now, we are just doing nothing. We're doing a full screen-free summer. And I'm honestly just like, I can't believe that we're doing this, but we're doing it. So if you notice that maybe your kids are like more irritable or moody, or you're struggling with like a certain behavior, I encourage you to try this for even a few days and see if you notice a difference. I noticed a difference within a few days, and it's now been 2 weeks, and I have seen huge changes. Of course, that's not going to fix everything, but it has fixed a lot of things, and it has helped my kids to flourish in a way that I did not think was possible. So that's it. I will keep you guys updated on how that goes this summer, and if we decide to change anything in the future. Definitely follow me on Instagram. I will be sharing more over there day to day, how things are progressing and things that we are doing to kind of fill the gap of where I used to rely on the screens. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a big ol' thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. I will see you in the next one.
The world could fall down, it's gonna